We are just telling the world, we are telling Nigeria, we are telling our people that we want our country. We have even written a letter to the president to say we want our country. That's our right. It's not the type of thing you want to make a noise about, but later we will make a noise about it. It's our right. The president knows it's our right. President stood up in the General Assembly of the United Nations and said that twice on 2 occasions, I think 2016, 2017, General Assembly of the United Nations. He made the statement, self-determination is a right of every nation. It is immoral to deny every nation its right of self-determination. Buhari made that statement. He was speaking then for the Palestinians and for the people in Myanmar, the minority people in Myanmar who have been harassed there. Give them that. So what applies to these Palestinians and the minority people in Myanmar, what's their name, applies to the Yoruba nation too. It applies to the Igbo nation. It applies to the TV nation.
You are welcome to DriveTv. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.
Contribute to struggle. Bear that in mind. Go and work with your brothers and sisters. Don't aspire to do anything by yourself. Because if you aspire to do it separately by yourself alone, you will be one, creating the ground for your own destruction. And two, creating the ground for future trouble for the Yoruba nation. Is there anything that I need to say that I haven't said, other than to say I congratulate the Yoruba nation? Àwọn ọmọdé máa ń yọ mí lẹ́nu púpọ̀. Àkànmọ́ni kan kó àwọn ọmọ kan jọ ní Kogi pé mo fẹ́ bá mo rán iṣẹ́ kan sí wọn is about the security in their homeland. Ìgbà tán jẹ́ iṣẹ́ tán fún wọn. Kì í ṣe àwọn invite èèyàn bí a few, maybe about 10 people lára àwọn leaders pé kán wá gbọ́ mẹ́sẹ̀gì bàbá. Ìgbà tán máa dé want to be 100. Okay. Ṣé làwọn yòókù gbọ́ pé bàbá? Ṣé làwọn yòókù gbọ́ pé bàbá ránṣẹ́ sí wọn ni wọ́n join wọn náà gbọ́gbọ́. Ìgbà tẹ́nìyẹn jẹ́ṣẹ́ yẹn fún wọn tán tí ó wá bá. Ṣé ìkan tí bàbá ránṣẹ́ sí wa nìyẹn? Àwa rò pé bàbá nìkan lọ announce fún wa pé ọ̀la ni a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ country wa. Bàbá ò rán onírú iṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ẹ sọ fún bàbá kó tètè rán irú iṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, because we want our country today, tomorrow. Yet the excitement is there. Our young people want their country. And that's a very happy thing. Ṣùgbọ́n a gbọ́dọ̀ careful. We are still part of a country. We are trying to squeeze our country out of an existing country. And that's a very complex matter. No matter how poor or wretched Nigeria becomes, I want to rule one. If I can anybody kurumbe, one if I can any ethnic group, jade kurumbe, they will continue to hold on. And a country, even if it is poor, still has a lot of strength. In the sense that there are countries in the world they can appeal to go on and lower and so on. Oh, Nigeria is now incapable of really paying salaries to its workers. But a country like the United States of America is ready to sell the most sophisticated jet bombs to them, nevertheless. So they have that kind of strength. That's when you have had a country, it to remove its power. Its power is still there. And so we have to be very careful. So we have to be very careful even about the statements that we make. Yeah, we are hoping to create a country. All right, it is a different thing to say we are no longer part of Nigeria. We have our country. We organize and got 5 million people to sign a petition And therefore, that's our country. That's not our country. That is not our country. It's an achievement, and we must thank the group that led it. We must thank them very much for it. We thank them very much for it. But that's not our country. What we have created is a tool that we can use to craft the road to our country. It's a tool. It's not yet our country. And we must not deceive our people. We must stop saying things like, at any country, one thing we can tell you categorically, it is totally lawful for you to hold meetings, to hold rallies, to say that you are holding your meeting or your rally in support of your own country out of Nigeria. The right of self-determination is the right of all nationalities in the world, large or small. Our Yoruba ne right nye, àwọn Yoruba tí ó tó 1/10 wa wọ́n ní right yẹn náà. Àwọn Berom ní Plateau State, Plateau on the Plateau. Tí wọ́n ju maybe 1 or 2 million, they have the same right. So, Senator deny it is an inalienable, unquestionable right. You can stand up and tell the world you want a separate country out of Nigeria. That is not an offense. The police should not arrest you for that. If they arrest you for that, they will not be able to take you to court. One more come back and Kogi. Too long, Yoruba nation. One don't cause trouble. One will want but in the end, they couldn't take him to court because they knew that if they took him to court, the court would throw it out. The courts in Nigeria have ruled. The courts, not just there are international laws that make self-determination a right belonging to every nation on earth. An inalienable right that nobody can take away from them. Yeah. Nobody can take away our right to self-determination. We have now arisen to say that we want to assert that right. It is our right to do so. But the law says, this law does not say to you that you are free to go and disrupt a country and cause insurrection and so on. We are not causing insurrection in Nigeria. The answer is that we must create the method for bringing all the creation together, and selecting a satisfactory one. That's the Yoruba way. Any other way is not the Yoruba way. Among the Yoruba, it is impossible for a dictatorship to emerge. Anybody to believe so we need to work towards the kind of thing that the Yoruba people will accept. Still need the Jalola. That's it. Anybody to this is for the Yoruba people and it is done. For us, for the nation. Then any Toba Sherunya now is injecting something into the psyche of the Yoruba people. If one person can go there and do it, and the rest of us are looking, then any other boy or girl can go and do the same. And what will that result into? It will result into competing warlords. Everybody in a group which don't support it, don't let him on Yoku Kakiri. Ibatobaya, one mama para one mama para wanja. Yoruba nation will tolerate you. Alone, the God of the Yoruba nation will never let that kind of situation come to us. One or two of the countries, one of the powerful countries that we have been speaking about, want to ask us. We supported, in the end, we supported Southern Sudan to have their own country. And we use our influence in the United Nations to persuade the United Nations to accept Southern Sudan. Then Southern Sudan was created. And they have been fighting one another. Different warlords have been fighting one another ever since and killing their people in large numbers. Share country to you, Niribe. Aha. Of course not. We are not like that. For one thing, we are one single ethnic group. There are not many ethnic groups. In South Sudan, there are many ethnic groups. And most of the warlords have arisen from the different ethnic groups. Secondly, we are a very sophisticated nation. We are the most sophisticated nation on the African continent. So that can happen to the Yoruba people is not possible.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.
My name is Akianabi. I'm a video director and TV producer of Akomolowe on African Magic. Keep watching DriveTv.
olólùfẹ́ DriveTv àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Fẹ́mi Sola ẹ máa wo DriveTv. Keep watching DriveTv.
My name is Wole Agba. Taking this time out to tell you all that you keep watching DriveTv. What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ ní ògo ẹ̀? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ fulfilment? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ bí tó bá lọ? Ó ní iṣẹ́ rẹ̀. Ibi ni kò máa wò DriveTv. Thank you. Chloe.
DriveTv, driving you around the world.